Okay, so we are the ones behind the session and you can see all of our faces there. Now, we will open up today's knowledge showcase an with a short spotlight from a speaker that has, been very active within the Wikimedia and education space. If this is not your first time joining, I'm sure you've seen her several times sharing. So she has um, a very exciting thing to share with us today, and we hope that would all be excited when she shares it. So I will be inviting Florencia Claes, Dr. Florencia Claes from EduWiki to talk to us about teaching innovation with Wikimedia, the shared experiences in Spanish universities. So Florencia is a full professor at Rey Juan Carlos University. She has also worked at Nebrija University and Isabel I University. So during her doctoral studies, she was an honorary collaborator in the Department of Audiovisual Communication and Advertising one at the Faculty of Information Sciences and Complutense University of Madrid for 3 years. Florencia is the principal investigator of the Consolidated Teaching Innovation Group on Wikipedia called InnovaWiki, and she belongs to the High Performance Research Group in Communication and Digital Culture. Siberi, oh, sorry, I can't pronounce this. So since 2021, she has been the academic coordinator for free culture at URCG. So Florencia has a brief spotlight to share with us today, and I'll be handing over the mic and also the screen to her now to share with us. So Florencia will be having a presentation in Spanish. So if you would like to listen to the English version of a presentation, for those of us that do not speak Spanish, um, you can also just switch to the English channel. Follow the same steps. On the bottom of your screen, you should see a globe icon. And when you click on it, you will see a list of languages languages which you can listen to as part of the session. So you can just click on that and we'll be able to hear Florencia. So I'll be passing the mic to Florencia now.
Hola, ¿se me escucha bien? Ah,
Se
perdón.
escucha, se escucha fuerte y claro.
Perfecto, muchas gracias. Entonces, entiendo que estoy compartiendo la pantalla. Am, Muchas gracias por este espacio. Mi grupo y yo estamos muy emocionados de que haya llegado este momento de, por fin, publicar el libro sobre innovación docente con Wikipedia en universidades de España. Somos 20 docentes que desde hace varios años venimos trabajando experiencias de innovación docente utilizando Wikipedia, Wikimedia Commons, Wikidata en el aula y decidimos reunirnos a partir de haber conocido esta publicación de Wikimedia UK que tiene un formato muy bonito, muy sintético y decidimos hacer algo parecido. Para esto, empezamos en enero del año pasado a reunirnos en persona. Como España es relativamente pequeña, fue fácil que todos se trasladaran a Madrid y en junio del año pasado nos reunimos y sentamos las bases de cómo íbamos a armar el capítulo del libro. También nos grabamos, tenemos el vídeo es, perdón, el libro es multimedia. Entonces también hay vídeos para cada capítulo, ¿vale? Y aquí es donde pueden descargarse el libro, que les pido que se lo descarguen, nos hacen un favor y que lo vean tranquilamente desde sus ordenadores. Bien, lo hemos publicado en la editorial de mi universidad, la Universidad Rey Juan Carlos, que es una editorial que solo publica con licencias Creative Commons. Entonces esto es muy importante, ¿vale? Todo el material que contiene el libro está licenciado bajo Creative Commons, ¿vale? Entonces les cuento la estructura del libro. Tiene diferentes capítulos, ¿vale? Tiene 7 capítulos y cada uno contiene diferentes tipos de proyectos educativos. El primero trata sobre la necesidad de la formación del profesorado en el uso de Wikipedia en el aula. Entonces contamos la experiencia y damos las pautas para replicar esta actividad que ya tiene varios años, de cómo formar a docentes universitarios en el uso de Wikipedia. Después tenemos 6 casos que explican cómo utilizar Wikipedia para la transmisión científica, para explicar en español qué se está investigando y cómo es la ciencia en español. Luego tenemos un grupo de experiencias que hablan sobre periodismo, ¿sí? Y tratan de la verificación de la información y de la jerarquización. Aquí en este caso tenemos 4 experiencias. Todas las experiencias están en 2 páginas y tienen del lado derecho un recuadro donde se puede ver el tiempo que implica a cada proyecto, con cuántos estudiantes se ha hecho y la cantidad de wiki conocimiento requerida por parte del docente. Hay proyectos que necesitan mucho wiki conocimiento y otros que no. Otro tema que hemos detectado común es el de la traducción de contenidos al español, ¿vale? Y relacionados con objetivos de desarrollo sostenible. O sea que no es solamente traducción, sino que es traducción con valor agregado. Otra cosa que también detectamos es que hay docentes que no pueden aprender a editar Wikipedia y entonces lo que hacen es am, verificación de contenido, análisis de contenido y propuestas de mejora que luego se agregan en la página de discusión, pero no se interviene Wikipedia. Y de estos casos tenemos 4 y creo que son muy novedosos. Luego tenemos Wikimedia Commons y la utilización de fotografías, audios, vídeos y también materiales generados en 3D. Bien. Y por último, Wikidata, donde en diferentes disciplinas se aprovecha esta base de datos. Para terminar el libro, tenemos una experiencia integradora de profesores de arqueología con los que wikipedistas y gente de OpenStreetMap fuimos al yacimiento arqueológico, trabajamos con el pueblo, con la zona rural y fue una integración de el aula fuera del aula. Y bueno, cerramos justamente el libro con esta experiencia porque creemos que es sumamente enriquecedora y es el paradigma de lo que es Wikipedia, ¿no? La transmisión de conocimiento para todo el mundo. Todos los materiales, como les decía antes, están con las licencias libres, ¿vale? Todos, ha sido un trabajo inmenso y bueno, ojalá puedan disfrutar el libro y quedo a disposición por si alguien quiere hacer alguna pregunta al final. Gracias.
Hey, thank you so much, Florencia, for sharing the beautiful work that you have done with your team in launching this book. I have quickly followed the link, and I think many others have as well. And I can't wait to see all the beautiful work that you've done um, in the book. So with that, we will now move on to our first presentation of the day. So what is the topic of our first presentation of the day? It's called Humour in Education, a Good Idea. So it's a question. That's our first presentation of the day. And the person who will be answering this question for us is Dr. Ziko van Dijk, who is the special advisor to the Wikipedia Plus Education User Group Board. And is also a German and Dutch Wikimedian since 2003, a historian and linguist by craft, and is interested in how wikis work and in presenting wikis in a way that everybody understands. So with that, I will be handing over the mic to Ziko, and I encourage us to please applaud Ziko as he takes over the stage for the presentation. And before he does, I also just want to quickly remind us, for those of us that are just joining, that we have interpretation for you who would like to listen to this session or participate in it in Portuguese, Spanish, Chinese, and Bahasa Indonesian. And our speakers would speak slowly so that the interpreters can get what they're saying, and you will be able to get the accurate interpretation of what the speakers are sharing today. So Ziko, you have the floor.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yes,
hear.
great. All right. Humor in education. Do you have the slides? Yeah. Dear participants, welcome. Is humor a good idea in education? Over the next 10 minutes, I will talk about how humor works, and I will give some examples from education in the world of wikis. I'm Ziko van Dijk. Sometimes I like to write about the theory of wikis, and I'm also curious about the theory of humor. To explain how humor works, I have chosen the benign violation theory. Peter McGraw asked himself, what makes things funny? Something must be a violation. Simultaneously, the violation must be benign. Do we get the slide?
Can you confirm if you can see my screen, because I've been sharing since? Can you confirm if you can see my screen, because I've been sharing the presentation? Okay, okay, thank you.
Yes, the slide number 4. Right, so something must be a violation. Simultaneously, the violation must be benign, so it must be harmless and acceptable. What is meant by violation? It is a violation of our view of how the world should be. For example, we have an idea of what an average person ought to know about the world and how to behave in society. And if someone is saying stupid things or doing stupid things, that can be a violation. McGraw once read the following in the news. A church wanted to recruit new members. To this end, it offered a car as a prize to be won by one of the new members. McGraw explains, this is a breach of a moral norm. After all, people are normally supposed to become church members because they believe in God. It is immoral for a church to use a car to promote itself. Nevertheless, there were many people laughing at the story. Why? I think the slides are a little bit behind, yes? Yes, we have now slide number 7. So this is possible that it can be humorous if there is a psychological distance. Some people do not think much of the church anyway. And when they hear of a church advertising with a car, it is not such a big deal to them. Or there is some other distance. Maybe it happened in a faraway country. Or one feels that the story isn't true at all. Perhaps the church pastor was just joking and no car was actually offered, so the violation becomes benign. Yes, and now we have number 8, which is this one. However, this theory is merely the foundation. It describes the circumstances under which something can be funny. Whether the specific story is funny depends on other factors as well. Number 9, please. Take a look at this cartoon. The cartoon creates, no, sorry, should I say next slide? That would be easier, yes? Yeah? So keep this. So look at this cartoon. This cartoon creates a sense of confusion. Nobody has heard from the Anderson brothers since. Why not? Then you see the two men harassing a beer cup. That's nasty, but why haven't we heard from them since? There is a big bear in the background. Your brain is now filling in the story. Obviously, that's the mother bear who's going to kill them. And this is very important. As viewers, we make this connection ourselves. I see some of you are getting it. So we make the connection in our own brain. It is our own satisfying accomplishment that suddenly makes the story funny. And let's be clear, it's obviously terrible when people are killed by a bear, but it is just a cartoon and the Anderson brothers suck. Benign violation. Next slide. But you all know yourselves that jokes often fall flat. Maybe you have heard the joke before. Some people tell the joke so long and in such detail that the listeners can see the punchline coming a mile off. Or the listeners don't know the topic you are talking about well enough. There are also people who want to express sarcasm but don't manage to show that they do mean it sarcastically. Also, humor can be used as a weapon, for example, against minorities or specific nations. If people don't like that, they won't find it funny. Next slide. And now let's take a look at Wikipedia. Wikipedians often point out that they like to use humor in conflict situations, to ease tension, to make everything easier. Next slide. But imagine this. Someone complains on a general forum page, "Oh no, my article that I have worked on for weeks has been deleted." And another person replies, "Haha, that has happened to everybody here. Just write the next article." What do you think? Is this humor appropriate? The angry person won't feel taken seriously this way. But this use of humor does have a function. If you make fun of the problem, you don't have to deal with the problem and you make it emotionally distant to your own benefit. Next slide. How about humor in education? Here an example from my own school days. I sink. The teacher corrects him, "No, a ship sinks. You think." Of course, it is the teacher's job to correct the pupil, but does she have to combine it with a joke? Well, it was in the first year that we were learning English, and all German pupils find it difficult to pronounce the TH sounds. But it wouldn't be right to make a joke like that to a pupil who is particularly poor at English or who is at the low end of the picking order in the class. Anyway, the teacher certainly achieved one thing. I can still remember it even after 40 years. Next slide. And this is about an anecdote I have used myself in Wikipedia presentations for a general audience. It is a true story from the early days of the German language Wikipedia. Back then, a man sent an email to the support team. "Warning, I visited your website Wikipedia and I was able to edit the pages just like that. That's a massive security breach. You need to fix that immediately." Right. Is it okay to tell an anecdote like this? There is a risk that I'm making fun of an outsider who doesn't know Wikipedia very well. And who am I telling the anecdote to? To outsiders who don't know Wikipedia very well. It depends on how you tell it. Not making fun about that one nitwit who didn't understand an open wiki, but merely talking about this nice fellow who just wanted to help. Next slide. When it comes to a presentation, you should always ask yourself, what do I actually want to achieve? The main goal to get the audience to take action, that is the main goal, or you want to change their mind. I want people to have a positive impression of Wikipedia. And how about me? I'd like to come across as competent and trustworthy. Then the participants are more inclined to listen to me. So the question must always be, does humor help me achieve my goals? For example, it is okay to make a joke about my own mistakes once. That makes me human and likable. But if I tell jokes all the time, the audience will soon stop taking me seriously. Next slide. When can I deploy humor? Perhaps at the start of the presentation to capture the audience's attention. But be careful. The beginning sets the tone for the rest of the talk. If no more jokes follow, some listeners may well be disappointed. Furthermore, there are parts of the talk where you want to explain, like a technical procedure step by step. Then a joke would simply distract from that. The end of a talk might be a better time for humor when a well-told anecdote sends your audience home in the right mood. Next slide. And as promised, here's the list. If you're planning a humorous presentation or if you want to drop witty remarks on the talk page, make sure that people can laugh together. In the best case scenario, an anecdote can even help the audience remember something better. However, the humor must be tailored to the situation and the audience. Take a close look at your jokes and ask yourself, what exactly is the violation? What makes it benign? And who might be targeted by it? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ziko, for this amazing opportunity to see how we can use humor in education. I think that everyone found it interesting, and as you said, it's something promising to motivate our listeners, our peers, and maybe students on whatever role we're playing. Next slide, please. Now I would like to present our spotlight, which is Justin, the co-founder of Wikimedia Community Kilimanjaro. He's going to talk about WikiDigi Youth Clubs, a project that has been implemented in Tanzania. Justin is a Wikimedia contributor, volunteer, and event organizer from Tanzania. He is a country coordinator regarding the WikiDigi Youth Club and the core founder for the Wikimedia community in Kilimanjaro. He loves supporting Wikimedia projects, growing the local community towards the free knowledge projects. He's also co-founder of the youth tech organization that is helping students improve their digital skills and discover many opportunities regarding in technology. As well as he is a software developer with an interest in using technology to solve practical problems and support learning. Now I'll give the mic to Justin, which he can talk more about the WikiDigi Youth Clubs project.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, now you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. If you walk into Tanzania University right now, you will get ambitious students who have smartphone have big screens. They use internet in every single day. But the problem is how they navigate to digital content or digital technology. That's a problem. My name is Justin Msechu from Tanzania. I am Wikimedia contributor, organizer. I serve as a country coordinator of Wiki Digital Youth Club in Tanzania, but also I'm a co-founder of Wikimedia Community Kilimanjaro. Then I work with the organization called Youth Tech. I'm one of the co-founder also, but also I am a software developer. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share our journey about digital in Tanzania. So where do we start with the WikiDig Youth Club? The journey started at Wikimania in Nairobi, Kenya, where different leaders come together and build what we have today. But this is not only the leaders who are behind this project. We have a good mentorship from Jessica Stefansson from Brazil. She's the one who came with the idea and gave us the chance to go with the pilot that we have now. So at the beginning, we were discussed to have 3 different countries who will participate in this pilot. So we have Tanzania, we have Rwanda, we have Nigeria, and each country
sorry to cut in, Justin. I'm so sorry to cut in. I see Bukola's hand is raised. Maybe she wants to say.
I'll share some challenge that we face, and then I'll share how these 3 clubs are going now and what they did until now. Next slide, please. So in Tanzania, we have 3 clubs. Each club have 30 participants, and each club have 2 trainers who guide them on how they navigate through this pilot. So we did engage universities during mobilization of this class because we believe that young youth and young students are in university, and in university is the place where they have internet, where they have laptop, and where they have smartphone. But the challenge was how to engage these universities to give us the chance to implement our project in the universities. So in Tanzania, still we have difficulties in how to navigate through digital technology, but also because of the different structure of the country or of the government, it's a bit hard to implement some of the project in the university because they want every details and everything. They want to know everything that you have to submit to the university or to the office of the university and everything. So we did approach like 7 universities here in Tanzania, but we managed to get on board only 3 universities. Why? Because some of them, they delayed to give us the chance to start our project in the universities. But also we said we will come again and see how we can collaborate them and engage students in this project. So that was the first challenge. But another challenge is many students, they were asking what is digital week youth and what are our objective, and if they participate, what they can get. So that was also another challenge. So some of them, they joined at the first time, but many of them, they dropped before the project started. So that's why we end up with only 3 clubs in Tanzania. But believe me, these clubs are amazing clubs that we have here in Tanzania. Next slide. So how the projects go and how is it implemented? So our objective was to give the youth the chance to learn digital technologies, but also to learn leadership skills, but also to engage them or to bring them on Wikimedia projects. So we did that by having some quests or challenges that each club participate in this challenge and they get reward or they get marks. So after every quest, the challenge, every quest of the after every challenge, the jury will evaluate how the particular club navigate the quest, how they participate, how they build their result, how they communicate to each other, how they collaborate to get that result. And then after that, they will be rewarded with the marks. After that, the marks will be presented to them, and each club will be ranked according to the marks. So the first quest was to create the logo. So 13 clubs from these 3 countries have participated in this challenge. And at the first of the result, these 3 clubs from Tanzania get the chance to be at the top. So it was amazing to see them that they did a wonderful job. They enjoy the quest, but also they are eager to learn and learn every day. Another quest was photograph contest, where we teach them Wikimedia Commons, how they can take the picture, how they can document the picture, and everything about Wikimedia Commons. And also, what they did is to identify the gap according to what they have learned and see if I take this picture, it will help something in Wikimedia projects or not. And if it's yes, they take the picture and then they come together and document those pictures. So, and then in this second quest, I mean, 2 clubs from 3, they get the chance to be at the top of the rank, where Tanzania, 2 clubs from Tanzania have been in top 5, and one of them is at 8. So we still did a wonderful job, and this is not only because of the organizer or project coordinator, but also because we have our amazing trainers in Tanzania that they did this project. Next slide, please. So what participants learn? They learn digital skills, as I said. They learn Wikimedia project. They learn how teamwork is built, how to collaborate, and also they learn leadership and problem solving. I say leadership and problem solving because, as you can see in Quest 2, we just teach them how to upload pictures in Wikimedia Commons, what Wikimedia Commons means, and everything. And after that, they go and find the gap in which they have to take the picture and upload it to Wikimedia Commons. So many clubs in this in these 3 countries, they did a wonderful job, and I hope the project will still do a wonderful job to this youth. Next slide, please. So the key takeaway of our lesson or implementation in Tanzania, it's we have established 3 clubs with active with 30 active young participants, proving that structure of our project work, even the challenge of the institution context, but also working with university require persistence. But once on board, they provide their trainer, participant, student, or mentors to teach this young student. The question and ranking model is powerful motivator because this club, they just are eager to do every day and every day because they see how the ranking is made, how they enjoy in the during the events and everything. So contribution matters to them. But also, club are learning far more than Wikimedia editing. They gain digital literacy, they gain leadership, teamwork, problem solving, skills with real world value. So this is the last slide for me as I presented myself. Now I think
Thank you very much, Justin.
to Margaret. Thank you.
Thank you very much for these valuable insights. And to everyone who's just joined us, Justin just gave an amazing show of how the Tanzania experience shows how structured engagement and university participations, partnerships can build sustainable, motivated communities. And it was very inspiring to see how the quest and ranking models drives participation, how clubs go beyond just Wikipedia by building real-life skills like teamwork, leadership, and digital literacy. Now, I would like the next slide, please. Now we have our second showcase presenter, who is Hector, a member from the Wikimedia Brazil and a researcher from the Audiological Research Center. Hector is a speech-language pathologist and audiologist. He is also in the master's in the graduate program in speech-language pathology and audiology at the USP Bauru. Is a member of Wikimedia Brazil and the coordinator of Wiki projects Hearing Health, as well as an executive board member of the Computationalization of Audiology Network. Now I would like to give the mic to Hector to learn more about Beyond the Surface, how language models mask student Wikipedia and contributions. The floor is yours, Hector.
Muito obrigado. Eu agradeço pelo convite em conseguir apresentar sobre os resultados iniciais da minha pesquisa. Eu vou só pedir um momento para apresentar minha tela e também confirmar se a interpretação está conseguindo escutar bem o meu áudio. Se puderem, por favor, só confirmar se está tudo certo.
Hey, the English interpretation is going well, and I think we can see your screen now.
Ok? Bem, eu agradeço novamente pelo convite. Fico muito feliz em ter a possibilidade de apresentar um pouco sobre os resultados de 2 anos de pesquisa que eu estou finalizando agora no meu mestrado. Meu mestrado pela Universidade de São Paulo, no Brasil. E o que eu vou estar apresentando é o resultado e alguns achados, alguns dados de 3 artigos que foram resultado do meu processo de pesquisa, do meu mestrado, e tentar construir com esses artigos, com esses dados, algumas conclusões, ou melhor, algumas questões em aberto, tentar responder algumas questões em aberto. Eu começo do ponto de entender que a Wikipédia é utilizada em sala de aula. A Wikipédia é utilizada em sala de aula porque ela permite que alunos atuem na produção de conteúdo, na produção ativa de conhecimento. Os alunos mudam a sua perspectiva e começam a atuar como produtores de conteúdo, produtores de informação, e não apenas como leitores ou agentes passivos em um processo de aprendizagem. Isso envolve muita coisa. Envolve letramento informacional, leitura crítica, busca de evidências e a síntese dessas evidências na construção de um texto, que é, por exemplo, o resultado final que nós temos quando o aluno edita ou contribui para um verbete na Wikipédia, para um artigo na Wikipédia. E quando nós pensamos nesse contexto atual de inteligência artificial, e aqui eu defino o que eu vou falar sobre inteligência artificial como sendo os grandes modelos de linguagem, então os chatbots, o aluno acessa durante a aula, então o que nós temos na prática são os chatbots, são os grandes modelos de linguagem, porque inteligência artificial é um termo, um conceito muito mais amplo. Minha pesquisa focou em analisar o que é o contexto prático dos alunos, que nós verificamos em sala de aula. Nós passamos a atividade para os alunos, e os alunos usam o ChatGPT, usam outros modelos de inteligência artificial proprietários para resolverem tarefas, e como também a literatura científica vem começando a criticar e apontar pontos de questões, e apontar questões sobre isso. Então, nós podemos pensar como o engajamento dos alunos, ele cai quando os alunos utilizam a inteligência artificial, uma produção de conhecimento também perde a autoria pelos alunos. Esses são pontos que eu trabalhei no contexto da Wikipédia, mas que a literatura, artigos científicos, pesquisas, também trazem contextos mais amplos em outras áreas do conhecimento, e não apenas em um contexto de escrita colaborativa. E eu vou começar discutindo isso pensando nos grandes modelos de linguagem, na inteligência artificial generativa, como como um técnico, como uma trapaça técnico de solução técnica. Então, como os alunos, utilizando modelos de linguagem, utilizando a inteligência artificial, acabam diminuindo o potencial de atividades, o potencial de tarefas, o potencial do aprendizado. Os alunos podem produzir mais, escrever mais texto, gerar mais conteúdo, mas a questão que fica é como a compreensão e como o aluno delega para a inteligência artificial pontos que são importantes para o desenvolvimento do processo de aprendizagem. E uma das justificativas e pontos que trazem isso é da cognição frictiva. A cognição frictiva ela é colocada pela literatura como diferentes mecanismos em que o aluno passa a dedicar para a inteligência artificial ou para uma ferramenta autônoma. Se nós prestamos atenção, as referências que eu trouxe, por exemplo, são de 2004, 2011, antes do boom da emergência de modelos de linguagem, que esse fenômeno já era observado antes, em outros contextos de tecnologia na educação. Então, é o contexto geral de tecnologia tradicional, modelos tradicionais de aprendizagem versus o uso de tecnologias inovadoras. Já tem questões relatadas pela literatura, só que esse cenário ele se aprofundou muito com a inteligência artificial. E no contexto da Wikipédia e de ambientes de colaboração em escrita, não apenas a Wikipédia, mas podemos pensar também em Wikidata, Wikiversidade e outros contextos de projetos abertos, onde a localização de fontes de referência, a construção de textos que são sínteses, são dificuldades necessárias. Uma literatura importante para falar isso fala sobre as dificuldades desejáveis. É importante e é desejável que uma atividade educacional ela tenha um nível de dificuldade. A dificuldade vai aumentando ao longo das atividades e para o aluno a dificuldade tem que diminuir conforme ele melhora sua aquisição, melhora sua proficiência na atividade. Isso não é diferente na Wikipédia. No começo, os alunos têm mais dificuldade, e ao longo do processo do envolvimento nas atividades, eles vão melhorando sua proficiência, sua capacidade de contribuição, mas isso muda. Isso muda com a inteligência artificial. Os alunos colocam ou passam o esforço que eles utilizariam na produção de conteúdo na Wikipédia para modelos de linguagem, para a inteligência artificial. E um ponto interessante para pensar isso são muitas variáveis ou pontos em que nós podemos analisar essas questões, e um dos pontos que eu analisei essa questão foi como, quando nós usamos modelos de linguagem junto com a Wikipédia e modelos de linguagem sem a Wikipédia para responder questões que alunos fariam, que alunos perguntariam para o chatbot, a qualidade das respostas muda, mas não somente a qualidade. Outro ponto interessante que muda é a leiturabilidade. Quão fácil ou quão difícil é um texto para ser lido. A Wikipédia, o texto fica mais verificado, ele fica embasado. Nós observamos uma maior variabilidade na leiturabilidade. Isso é interessante. Isso nos leva a pensar que Usar fontes de referência, ou seja, conteúdo embasado em evidências, talvez não garanta a melhor qualidade do modelo de linguagem, e essa melhor qualidade é importante, por exemplo, quando nós pensamos os alunos desenvolvendo atividades de comunicação e saúde, a partir do meu contexto pessoal, mas em outras áreas também. Nós temos como objetivo que o aluno também utilize a Wikipédia como uma forma de tradução, de transformar conhecimento da academia para a população, transformar conhecimento. Em atividades de extensão, isso é muito comum. Então, todos esses processos também são observados em contextos específicos, como o caso de atividades de saúde, em que os alunos precisam, em um verbete da Wikipédia, transformar informações técnicas, científicas, dentro de um conjunto de normas da comunidade, normas da Wikipédia, mas, ao mesmo tempo, com esse papel de comunicação em saúde. Então, o que eu coloco para vocês é como o esforço que o aluno desempenha editando a Wikipédia, ele muda com o modelo de linguagem, com a inteligência artificial. O foco, ele passa a ser menos do aluno engajando e participando ativamente da produção do conhecimento, ele passa mais por uma percepção superficial do texto. O texto, a qualidade da linguagem melhora, mas a qualidade das referências, a qualidade da produção textual, nem tanto. Eu observei isso em dois contextos, principalmente. O primeiro foi a percepção dos alunos. Então, como os alunos consideraram usar a inteligência artificial e não usar a inteligência artificial para editar na Wikipedia. E o outro momento que eu analisei foi como nós avaliamos a mudança de qualidade de um verbete quando o aluno edita utilizando a inteligência artificial e quando o aluno não usa a inteligência artificial. E foi interessante observar essa mesma percepção ocorreu. O aluno percebeu que foi mais fácil de escrever, ele escreveu mais, e ao mesmo tempo a qualidade do texto, quando avaliada, aspectos de linguagem melhoraram. Então a linguagem do texto, a produção, o volume textual melhorou. Mas a qualidade, a profundidade, o uso de referências não. Isso também é respaldado pela literatura. Então, o mesmo fenômeno que eu consegui observar na Wikipédia, ele acontece também em outras áreas do conhecimento. Eu coloco esse ponto também pensando em automação da escrita. Então, como, de novo, o aluno delega para um modelo automático o processo de escrita e o aluno também começa a perder a confiança na escrita, na sua própria autonomia, na sua possibilidade de contribuir, sempre precisando ser validado por um modelo de linguagem. Então, o aluno perde o engajamento verdadeiro com a produção do conhecimento. E um outro conceito interessante, uma outra forma interessante e fundamental de pensar isso, é voltar um pouco para entender o que são os modelos de linguagem. Eles são modelos matemáticos e probabilísticos. Eles trabalham por aproximação matemática dentro de um contexto para gerar aproximações das próximas palavras que fazem sentido na construção de um texto. Isso já leva para uma preocupação filosófica de quanto nós devemos confiar ou não em modelo de linguagem, na inteligência artificial. É matemática gerando relações, então um ponto interessante para pensar mais profundamente. Mas considerando que a inteligência artificial ela tem alguns pontos positivos, ela pode melhorar a criatividade dos alunos, mas e no contexto da Wikipédia, em que é fundamental a verificabilidade das fontes de referência, eu preciso ter certeza de onde uma fonte ou um texto ele foi embasado, foi referenciado, e a importância também do ponto de vista neutro. Quando pensamos esses aspectos, nós começamos a pensar que talvez modelos de linguagem, inteligência artificial na Wikipédia não façam tanto sentido. Isso leva a pensar como também os modelos de linguagem eles afetam a Wikipédia de algumas outras formas. Quanto mais as comunidades, os contribuidores usarem a inteligência artificial, mais o texto da Wikipédia vai ficar com características de inteligência artificial, de forma muito simples. Nós também observamos isso e pensamos em um conceito para tentar explicar um pouco essa situação, mas antes de falar sobre esse conceito, é importante destacar também como a Wikipédia ela é ameaçada atualmente. A Wikipédia ela está, assim como os outros projetos da Fundação Wikimedia, ela está praticamente numa trincheira. Nós vemos várias movimentações das comunidades pensando em como defender os projetos quanto a exploração por modelos de linguagem e, ao mesmo tempo, como tentar buscar soluções que façam sentido e usos que sejam possíveis da inteligência artificial, nós também estamos numa situação de entender qual que é o verdadeiro papel, e não somente o papel, o quanto é importante, o quanto contribui para os alunos usar a inteligência artificial ou não. E nós conseguimos pensar um conceito que ajuda a entender isso, que é de como o aluno usa a inteligência artificial e cria uma máscara de estilo, que mascara a produção do aluno. Então, a qualidade do texto melhora, mas outros aspectos não. O aluno começa a ter uma produção maior de conteúdo. O esforço do aluno também muda, como mencionei, então o aluno vai produzir mais texto, produzir mais citações, mas a qualidade, o engajamento do aluno com essa produção de conhecimento, ela fica prejudicada. Então, nós pensamos que a inteligência artificial coloca a produção de conteúdo, produção de conhecimento, em uma lógica diferente, não focando tanto na qualidade e mais na quantidade. E esse é o ponto para uma reflexão crítica. O quanto é necessário, o quanto é importante aumentar em uma atividade educacional mais um aspecto, o aluno tem mais uma ferramenta para considerar, usar inteligência artificial ou não, o quanto que isso contribui para a produção de conhecimento e para os objetivos de aprendizado quando nós usamos a Wikipédia em sala de aula. Então, a minha proposta de resposta para essa pergunta é que talvez não exista necessidade de usar a Wikipédia, de usar a inteligência artificial em atividades de edição com a Wikipédia. A Wikipédia, ela muda a forma como os alunos escrevem, ela muda contextos importantes de aprendizagem que nós buscamos com as atividades que usam a Wikipédia. Os alunos têm essa mudança de percepção, e essa mudança de percepção também é presente, também é observada na produção dos alunos na Wikipédia. E é importante destacar também como a Wikipédia está em um contexto de repensar a sua relação com modelos proprietários de inteligência artificial, e nesse momento talvez de pensar diretrizes e pensar orientações, além de apenas utilizar a inteligência artificial. Muito obrigado, eu deixo à disposição as referências, também ao final das perguntas, quando for possível. Muito obrigado.
Thank you very much, Hector, for this amazing presentation. And before going to the questions and answers dedicated time, I would like to thank all of the presenters for their amazing topics. And I would go a bit throughout all the topics we had to just introduce them again to everyone. So first of all, we had teaching innovation with Wikimedia, shared experiences in Spanish universities from Dr. Florencia. We had humor in education, is it a good idea? From Dr. Ziko. And we had WikiDigi Youth Club's project, Tanzania implementation from Justin, and as well as the one that we just had from Hector, which was a speech talking beyond the surface, how large language models mask student Wikipedia contributions. I would like now to give the mic to my colleague Rhoda to continue with the questions and answers and discussions that might arise. Please feel free to write in the comments section or just to unmute your mic and start a conversation.
Thank you, Rita. Hello, everyone, and it's been a lovely series of presentations so far from Hector, Ziko, Justin, and Florencia. If you have any questions on their presentations, please feel free to ask. I see we already have some questions, but since the presenters have answered them so far. Okay. So do we have any questions based on the presentations? If you want to know more, if you want to reach out to the presenters, if you want to, maybe if you need a link to somewhere where you need to read more about what they do or what they've been doing, please feel free to drop it in the chat or just raise your hands and you can go ahead. Okay, since sorry, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. So I was saying, if we have any questions for Hector, Justin, Ziko, or Florencia based on their presentation, please feel free to ask. If you need the link or how to contact them, that's also something that you can ask for, or just raise your hand to speak. Do you have any questions? Any questions at all? I take it we all enjoyed the session and we understood. Okay, that's lovely to see the reaction. Okay, enjoyed, but the last presentation was difficult because of language. Can I get the contact for Hector? I am interested in how students interact with LLM and Wikipedia. Okay, that's lovely. Hector, is there a way we can reach out to you? Maybe-
Yes, I will just send in the chat my public email contact. So please contact me.
Okay, lovely, lovely. So Linda, Hector just dropped down his email. You can reach out to him to ask more. Okay, Solomon says, Solomon from Uganda, thank you for organizing this event. Justine, kindly share your email. I would like to link up with you and benchmark for almost the same we're running here in Uganda by Wikimedia Community User Group Uganda. So Justin, would love for you to drop your email or any way we can reach out to you. So I see a hand is raised. You can go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this amazing knowledge showcase. I would like to ask, this is my first time joining the session. So like what does it take to showcase one's project and what kind of project?
Sorry, I can barely hear you. It seems the sound is muffled. Could you come again?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect. Perfectly clear.
Okay, so I said that this is my first time joining the session, and I would like to know more about the knowledge showcase. Like, what kind of projects can someone showcase here, and what are the criteria? What does it take to come and speak about what someone is doing? Thank you.
Okay, that's lovely. That's a lovely question. And Rita has dropped a link to the meta page for the showcase. But to speak more on that, the showcase is provided so that you can showcase any project relating to education in your environment, or if it's a group that you have. So the purpose of the showcase is just to give you the chance to showcase any event relating to education in your environment. So if it's education related, feel free to reach out to showcase your program.
So much.
Okay, EduWiki is a group. You can go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to add a bit more context to what Rhoda said. So the EduWiki Knowledge Showcases are a bi-monthly event. So we converge every once in 2 months to bring together Wikimedians that are into education. So we come together and then they come to share what they've been working on. So some of these presenters reach out to us. Some of them we reach out to maybe through some stories that they've submitted in the EduWiki newsletter that we see that, okay, let's invite them to come and talk more about it. So if you would like to be part of the community and to also share what you are working on within the Wikimedia and education space via either the newsletter or the showcase, you can join our Telegram channel. I'm going to put the link to the Telegram channel in the chat now so you can join us. And I think Rita would also be talking more about our updates now so that you can know more about the updates that we currently have, if that answers your question.
We also have a comment. If Rhoda would like to address that.
Linda. Oh, apologies. It seemed I was muted. Thank you so much, Barakat. Thank you for that. You can always reach out to Baraka for more information or any member of the team if you need more clarification. And in the chat, I see a comment from Linda. One person mentioned taking weeks to write a Wikipedia article and for it to be rejected. Which editor experience while someone can get outputs in a matter of seconds from LLM. Okay, I think this is regarding Ziko's presentation. However, he was not talking about the LLM. That was Hector. So you would like to speak to the presenter about clubs as a learning experience. So I think if Zico is still on the call, he can drop
Sorry to
his
cut in. It's
mail.
not Zico.
So
That's Hector Ruda. Hector presented on LLM, which is
yes,
AI
yes,
in Wikipedia, while
yes.
Zico was about humor in education. So not to mix the presentation up. Hector, would you
I'm
like to
perfectly clear.
respond to the comments in the chat?
Sim, gostaria de responder. Tudo bem eu manter minha resposta em português? Preferem que eu responda em inglês? Eu vou manter minha resposta em português, se precisar, eu respondo em inglês, ok? Esse é um ponto muito importante, bem interessante que a Linda trouxe. Eu acho que isso aconteceu, se eu não me recordo errado, na comunidade da Wikipedia em inglês. Na Wikipedia em inglês aconteceu, eu acho que eventos mais frequentes de discussão pela comunidade, se não me falha a memória também. Recentemente a comunidade tomou algumas decisões sobre o uso ou não de inteligência artificial, de inteligência artificial generativa. O meu contexto de análise, Linda, ele foi um pouco mais específico, pensando na situação. Quando passava uma atividade com a Wikipédia, sem eu mencionar a inteligência artificial aqui na universidade, onde eu acompanho as atividades, os alunos usavam a inteligência artificial. E não apenas na Wikipedia, mas o uso da inteligência artificial de forma geral. Eu aproveitei, utilizei o contexto da Wikipedia para analisar isso também. Mas esse ponto que você trouxe é muito interessante, porque realmente eu acho que é pensar o quão válido, o quão importante é usar a inteligência artificial para o resultado final do verbete. E aqui eu trago uma outra problematização. Recentemente eu participei da Wikimedia Hackathon, que foi em Milão esse ano. E foi muito interessante porque vários projetos falando sobre inteligência artificial, só que uma perspectiva diferente. Desenvolvimento de ferramentas pela comunidade para resolver problemas, melhorar aspectos, ah, de como a plataforma pode funcionar melhor resolvendo alguns problemas usando inteligência artificial. Esse eu acho que é um uso extremamente válido. Agora, com base na minha pesquisa, com base em outras evidências que eu consegui levantar e observar, talvez pedir para alunos utilizarem a inteligência artificial, os alunos utilizando a inteligência artificial, seja mais problemático e tenha um pouco uma necessidade maior de entendimento para considerar se é importante ou não. Mas agora, um editor experiente, utilizando a inteligência artificial para algumas tarefas, me parece razoável. Eu acho que esse é o ponto que falta diretrizes, falta saber o que pode e o que não pode fazer. Isso eu acredito que é uma definição de cada comunidade. Comunidade da Wikipédia em português, comunidade da Wikipédia em inglês, projetos multilingüe também, definições nesse sentido. Eu crio um paralelo, talvez, com os guidelines das universidades, falando o que um aluno pode ou não pode fazer com inteligência artificial. Eu acredito que isso seja importante, talvez, para orientar e evitar essas situações.
Thank you so much, Hector. If we have any more questions on the presentations, any more questions for any of the speakers? Okay. If there are no more questions, I'm just going to hand the mic back to Rita to take it from me. So thank you very much for participating and your questions. I'll be handing the mic back to Rita.
Thank you very much, Rhoda. And for anyone who has more questions, more discussion that might arise later, please feel free to go through the resource page on our Meta, find the presentation, find the context for the speakers or presenters that you would like to also ask more questions about. We will also be uploading the interpreted and the English version of the showcase as well. Now we can continue before closing out a few updates on what we've been working on. So we have the May EduWiki newsletter submission, which the deadline has been exceeded to 13th of May. So we have 8 more days for you to share your education stories. So as you've seen what we did in the showcase, it could be something similar to this, which will arise more interest and maybe be part of the next showcase that we will host. I also presented the other languages in the chat for you to read and also reach out directly to the link to go and submit a newsletter. Also, before closing out, I would love to have a final group photo with everyone that has joined us before leaving, because I see a few people started to leave or have other obligations. So if anyone feels comfortable with opening their camera so we can do a quick countdown and have some screenshots to commemorate this showcase, please. I will also be sharing the different language interpretation for the final group photo. If Barakat can maybe take off the presentation so I can put a bigger screen and just take a picture with everyone. Thank you, Barakat.